Hello everybody, I'm going to be reviewing Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube. Now I would like to mention that I was playing this game on the Dolphin emulator, and I would like to also mention that I'm not going to be comparing the GameCube version to the 3DS version. Now let's go ahead and start the review. I'm going to talk about the gameplay first. So the thing you do in this game is capture the ghost with a vacuum cleaner. Now as far as capturing the ghost, you have to use a flashlight to flash the ghost to reveal their heart. Then after their heart is revealed, you can then use the suck air in ability to tether the ghost. The ghost is going to pull you around the room while you tether them, and you have to point the left stick in the opposite direction that the ghost is pulling from. Now, while you tether the ghost, its HP will lower, and when its HP hits 0, you will capture the ghost, and that is the main mechanic of this game. But when you're tethering the ghost, something could stop you from tethering the ghost, like for example, another ghost attacking you, or slipping on a banana. There's also another gameplay mechanic, and that is elements, and there is fire, water, and ice. You use these elements to solve puzzles and fight ghosts. For example, if you need to light a candle, you will use the fire element to light it. If there's something on fire, you would use the water element to put the fire out. Next, I'm going to talk about Ghost. There is Minion Ghost, Booze, and Boss Ghost. Minion Ghost are the most common ghosts in the game and are not too hard to defeat and are pretty basic. Like there is a ghost that will punch you, there is a ghost that will throw bananas, there is a ghost that will slam the floor and cause a shockwave you have to dodge. There are more Minion Ghosts, but you get the idea. The next ghost I'm going to talk about is the Booze. There is 50 boos in the game that you can capture. I would like to mention that of the 50 boos, 15 of them come together to form the boss, Boolossus. So that leaves 35 boos. So after you get to area 2, you will get to start capturing boos. Boos hide in objects in the room, and after the room is cleared, if the light on the Game Boy Horror is yellow, then there's a boo in that room, and when it is red, that means you are super close to the boo. After you find the boo, you will then have to aim the vacuum at the boo to drain its health. You don't actually latch onto the boo and he drags you around the room. You just use the suck air in ability and aim the vacuum at the boo, and then its health will start to drop. Boos can break the tether and they can get away from you by going to another room. The boo's health can range anywhere between 30 to 300 health. The boos that have more health, you will probably not be able to get them in one tether, and then they will run away into another room. Here's my first complaint. Sometimes the boos will run away into a far room, then you have to go to the far room to get the boo, and that can take up a lot of time to get to the far room. You have to capture somewhere between 35 to 40 boos to open the final boss. The last ghost to talk about is the boss ghost. I don't really have a favorite boss, but I will tell you about some of the bosses in the game. There is a baby that you fight in its crib, and you have to toss balls at it to tether it. There is a gym boss that you have to make the punching bags hit him to tether him. There is this purple guy that you have to suck up his shadows and shoot them at him to tether him. Fun fact about this boss, it was in Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. The only boss that I somewhat dislike is Boolossus. You have to get Boolossus to hit one of the spikes in the arena, and then he will split up into a bunch of boos, and then you have to freeze them so that they can't run away, and then you suck them in with the vacuum. The annoying part is trying to freeze the boos. Some side notes that I'd like to mention are that sometimes the controls would betray you, but nearly all the time, The controls are just fine. Also, this game is pretty short. It took me about 5 to 6 hours to beat the game, but if you can't get enough of this game, you can do the Hidden Mansion, which is a slightly harder version of the game, and you'll unlock it after you beat the game once on a save file. If that is not enough, then you can try to play the game on Hidden Mansion difficulty and go for the gold paintings, for all the boss ghosts, and try to get S rank. Depending on how many tethers and how much damage you take during a boss, you can either get gold, which is the best, silver, or bronze, which is the worst. You will get different ranks based on how much money you have when you beat the game. Now we are at the part where I'm going to rate the game. How this is going to work is, well, I already told you about the game and what I thought of it, but as far as how my rating system works, I will rate games between 1 to 4, 1 being the worst, 4 being the best. I'm giving the Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube a score of 3. Thanks for watching, and that's about it. See ya.